And we are still in the unique and the symbolic and an iconic place, which is the Sakakini Palace. We need to know more about the significance of this place, the architecture, and everything, the story, the whole story behind this place. And to know more about it, we are joined by Dr. Mamdouh Farouk, and he's a Chief Inspector of Antiquities, Ministry of Antiquities. Hello, sir, and welcome to Nile.
Hello, hello.
A very good day, sir. Sir, of course, as a chief inspector of antiquities, you know too much about this place, and everyone that's watching Nile Cruise needs to know more about this amazing touristic and iconic site, like Dina just said. Could you tell us more about it, sir?
Yes. First of all, I would like to thank you that this episode, and I am lucky to be here today to explain and talk more about Sakakini Palace. Sakakini Palace is one of the most greatest palaces in Egypt from Cairo, like El Paron, Gawhara Palace, and some palaces scattered and spread around in Egypt. Now we are talking about the Sakakini, or Sakakini Habib Basha Sakakini is his name, or Gabriel Habib Sakakini Basha is a real name of this man who wanted to build a new style of architecture that was derived from the Italian and the Byzantine style of building. This palace now is closed and now for restoration and located in the central of Sakakini area. Sakakini area was named from this palace. He is from Syria. Habib Basha Sakakini, he came from Syria. He's the one of the engineering company that came to Egypt at Suez Canal digging, and he shared and participated in Suez Canal project. And Khedive Ismail was attracted and impressed about what he has done. He implanted a new idea to get a hungry mouse or rats from the Syria to eat a cat or terminate a cat that were very spreading and many carrots in Suez Canal. And this idea was impressed by Khedive Ismail, and he entitled him to build opera of Khedive Ismail that was built at El Ataba and burned in the 18th century.
Sir, during the royal era of Egypt, it was, of course, rich in buildings and palaces, and every prince or pasha comes and builds his own style and piece of art. How this place could be among the other places in the quality, in the architecture, and if we want to compare it with other places?
Yes, we with some palaces in Cairo. I would like to mention the palace of Edward Impan that located in Masr Gedida. The style is different, the Belgium and the French style. And this palace is a new style of architecture that belongs to the Italian. Habib Basha Sakakini was impressed and interesting that a palace that were located in Italy and Rome. And he wanted to make a copy of this palace in Egypt. And he brought the Pietro Avescani. Pietro Avescani is an Italian one. He built this palace in Italian style. We can see here is no facade, no background of this palace is a round or circular the palace. You can see it from every side. Okay, and includes the 50 windows, 300 doors, and the 300 statues that were inside. And we can see the Sakakini at the front of the facade of this palace.
Sir, you said that this is closed for a restoration at this point. Do you think that it's going to be open again, and it's going to be start visiting this very important site in Egypt?
Okay, before inauguration or reopening this palace, we have to make it ready to the visit. This palace is located in the center of the popular population in the Sakakini, and all the inhabitants around, or the people around this palace, didn't know don't know everything about this palace. And I wanted to make awareness for these people and make a restoration for this palace. Is an organized time for visiting, not a random one. So we need more time to make it ready for visiting, because the behavior and the conduct of some people around this palace is not fit or not suitable for this palace.
Sir, again, is this under restoration, or are they gonna still start restoring?
It's under
it?
restoration.
It's under restoration. How long is this gonna take, the restoration?
1 year. 1 years old.
Around the year.
Yes.
Okay, let me continue Rana's question and ask you again. What kind of restoration do you do in this palace?
Okay, this palace is made of stone. Some stone is demolished and was exposed the thousand of years, the hundred of years. Okay, like we can see, clients need to restore again the features and the architecture elements that was lost in some times. The furniture inside is not arranged and not is random. We have to make a new style of furniture to put inside to be ready to the visit. And we can see the gate or this palace is not ready and is demolished and is a bad condition. We need some restoration for all architecture elements. And this one, this dome. Dome is this influenced part by winds in this palace and the weather. We can see some black dust on the towers. There was a conical and needs to make some restoration again from that.
Sir, as a touristic, very important, of course, I understand you're working in the tourist sector. How do you see the flow of tourists nowadays in Egypt, and is it getting better, and are tourists demanding to come to Egypt?
Mm-hmm.
As a tour guide, do you see it more flowing and more suitable nowadays?
The main issue we have to do that we have to promote our products, the marketing to our monuments. We have various and several monuments in Egypt. It started from the Pharaonic to the Roman and Byzantine and the Ptolemaic and the Arabic, but we are not ready to market this for
No, sir, we market it. We do market it all the time. We market it on social media. We market it on media. In our programs, we do market it.
But not its appropriate shape. We can say is not completely marketing. It was promoting. We have to offer a service for the visitors. We have no service here. We are in the popular and the common, the local area. We have to make it ready. When the foreigners came to here to visit this palace, they well exposed it to some annoyance from the surrounding people, from children. We have to make some protection, some security around this palace.
You're discussing this palace.
Yes.
Of course, we're discussing the Sakakini Palace, but at this Sakakini Palace is under construction and renovation, so we're not discussing this. I'm discussing the tourism sector in Egypt and the places that tourists come to visit Egypt now. Are these places more booming nowadays, and do more tourists come and visit these places? Of course, security is stable in Egypt and it's in a very good condition. It's
Yes.
tourists, the flow of tourists and tourism in Egypt